Okay. I want to talk about painting. So I hope you're having yourself some coffee, drinking some coffee right on with me. And we're going to talk about getting started in painting and what you need uh, to get started. What kind of paint you need, and that kind of stuff. What kind of paint you need to get started in painting. And when you come into the building, just give me those thumbs up. I will really, really appreciate it. And so I'm gonna see if there's anybody who will come the, into the chat. Okay. Um, if you have any questions, this is questions and answers too. If you have any questions about it or about art, just put your questions right in the chat and I will answer your questions. Hello, Kenneth. How you doing, my friend? Yes, how you doing? I hope you gave the thumbs up when you came into the building. I'm going to talk about getting started in painting or how you can get started in painting. I have my coffee with me. I hope you're drinking coffee right along with me, or or tea, or whatever, water. Okay, so I'm going to first of all let's talk about what kind of paints do you. If you started to paint, what kind of paints would you use? Do you use oil paints, which is this right here? With oil paints, you can wash the brushes out with Otis thinner. But then if you use acrylics like what I use, then you can wash your brushes out with water. But water, uh, yes, thank you, thank you. How are you? I'm doing real good. I'm doing real good. Yes, a little cold, but I'm doing pretty good. It's cold outside, but I'm doing real well. Oh, me. But these paints like right here. Oh, there we go. I ordered these paints. Okay, these are acrylics, and with acrylic paints, you can wash your brushes out with water. With oils, you have to wash your brushes out with Otis paint thinner, which right now I don't have that, and it's getting too close to Christmas. It's getting very close to Christmas. You know? Um, so with oil paints, and too, I guess you can do it with acrylics, is you can mix colors. For instance, if you have red and you mix red and yellow will make orange. Like yellow and green, yellow and blue. If you don't have green, then yellow and blue makes green for you. Very it's very exciting stuff. Well, thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Um, okay, so now I've been doing this stuff for years, so I have years and years of experience when it comes to art, and art is one of those things I like to do, and I always learn, I always love to do art and everything, and so let's see. I had a color wheel, but I don't know where it is. if you mix, if you don't have brown, how can you make brown? Well, you can make brown by using green and red. Green and red will make brown. And then you can add probably some Ivy Black to that. Mix it up just a little bit so it give you a real, like a Van Dyke brown type, something like that. And if you're doing that with oil paints, you can really mix, uh, paints that way. If you don't have any pink, if you don't have a pink color and you're doing a flower, if you don't have no pink, then you can mix up uh, titanium white with a little bit of red. There's a little bit of red, and mix it up real good. The more pink color you're looking for, then you can add this a little bit more of titanium white. If you want less, then don't put that much white in the red. As if you want it that way. Um, let's talk about brushes. Okay, I'm gonna show you a. I'm gonna say that brush last. What kind of brushes? For me, I use a fan brush. Okay, a fan brush is real good because you can add clouds. You can do evergreen trees with a fan brush. Okay. If you use if you use if you do a evergreen tree, you can use the corner of the brush, just the corner, and then usually you can go from side to side like you're making little Z's. But you use small portions of the brush. But if you do clouds, then you can use the same brush again, and just don't stay in one spot. You keep moving, keep moving that brush, and then you wash the brush out. If you're using oil paints, you just wash the brush out real good, dry it off, go back and reload. Okay. Let's talk about the. I got to say, this brush, this fan brush, you can also do like seascapes. Let me show you a seascape painting. Okay, you see that seascape painting right there? That was done by using a fan brush. The waves, but those clouds, those just clouds right there. So I used different brush on that. But those waves right there, I did the waves by using a fan brush. So a fan brush is real good for doing evergreen trees, doing that kind of stuff. Uh, but it uh, with anything, you know, doing painting, doing that kind of stuff, it takes a little bit. You know, you have to practice and practice and practice and practice with. It's like if you're learning. Let's say it's like if you're learning to play, say, the guitar, or you learn to play the trumpet. You have to practice, right? You have to practice at it. If you want to be good at something, you have to practice. You have to keep practicing and practicing and practicing until you get it. Until you get good at it. So you have to keep practicing, and that's the way I do with painting. Okay, that's the way I do it with painting. You have to keep practicing and practicing and practicing until you're good at it. Um, you know, y'all heard, hello, Sweet Pea. Yes. Hey, Uncle Mark. Happy holidays and good to see you. Well, happy, happy, happy holidays to you too. Eh, you give me that thumbs up when you came in the building, the Sweet Pea. You give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And also press that red button at the bottom too. That would really help me out a lot. Uh, I'm talking about art and painting and getting started in painting. And I hope you have your coffee. You have your coffee with you or tea or whatever you're drinking. Okay. Now, let me show you a brush that's real big. I don't think I used this brush yet. Okay. You ain't gonna believe what size this brush is. Okay, cool. This, you know what size brush this is? Anybody want to know what size brush this is? Take a guess what size brush this is. Let me know in the chat. Well, I can tell you what size brush this is. This is a size 30. A 30 size. Wow, look at that. Look at that brush. Woo, a size 30. Wow, that's pretty cool, isn't it? And it's losing its hairs. Okay. Hey guys. My brush is losing its hairs. See oh man. It's losing its hairs, but see that? That's a size 30. That's a big brush. Now brushes, I usually order brushes, and I usually order two brush. Hey, thank you very much. I usually order my brushes like I do my paints, and the palettes are like this. And this is just a plastic palette, which you can just throw these away when you get through with them. But they have holes in them like this, and you usually have a hole right here for your thumb to go through. And you can put your paints like right there, and then some paints right there. And you can use a palette like this and then throw it away. And I was doing a art festival a few years ago. I was doing a art festival, and I used palettes like that. And I was in a big tent, and I was painting using a palette like this. And when I was through with the palette, I just threw it away because these are like throwaways. Okay, these are like the throwaway kind. You can just when you're done with them, you can just throw them away. But they do make some palettes that are where you don't want to throw them away. You know. Um, okay, since I have some people in the building, um, let me tell you, since I'm discussing about art and painting and stuff, let me tell you a little bit how I gotten started. Okay. Now I took art in school. I did arts and crafts in school. And one of the things I had to learn how to do was doing pottery. Now, pottery is a little hard to do. To me, pottery is a little bit hard to do, and I had to do it. And so I've never done pottery before, and so pottery is a little bit different, for me. Um, I was real small at the time when I'm trying to learn how to do pottery. This, making stuff out of clay. And so one day in the art class, there was some clay, and so I had to make something. Now with pottery, uh, I think, oh, cool, you're drinking tea. Okay. Yeah. And I drank peppermint tea before, and it was it's pretty tasty. I never had peppermint tea before, but it was pretty tasty. So when I was in this art class. This was in elementary school. And so, I was making something out of clay. I don't know what, I don't know what it was. And then I had to do what you call glaze it. And you can glaze it, you can paint it. And then so I think mine was glazed and I had no idea what I made. Probably made a mess that day, but it's pretty hard to do. And then I would do basket weaving. Basket weaving was fun to do. I did some basket weaving and did woodworking. I did stuff, making stuff out of wood. Did sketching and drawings in school. That kind of stuff. It was really fun to do. You know, um, I was doing a live. I think this the other day, might be yesterday. I don't know. Yeah, where I said that God gives me the talent. Okay, God gives me the talent to paint. He gives me the talent to do art. And for me, what I do is I give him all the glory. See, I give him the glory because he gives me the talent to be able to paint, to teach it to you guys. And so what I do is I just give him the glory, you know. I give him the glory, and he gives me the talent, and he wants me to use my talent, and I'm always glad to uh, I'm always glad to teach it and everything to you guys. So that's what I do. So glad to see you guys in here. Hopefully, some more of my mods might show up. Hopefully, some more of my mods might show up. Anybody, my mods know how many thumbs up I have right now? Just let me know in the chat. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to Christmas. Uh, yeah, but anyway, now let's getting back to art. Okay, that's not the only time I did pottery. I also did pottery at a church somewhere, but I made three times. Hey, thank you, Kevin. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you, Kenneth. Oh me. So I did pottery at a church, and that was a lot of fun. I made like a little small base, but I had it was glaze, and then I think I painted it. So it's pretty amazing. I think I'll show you guys some artwork. I think. Let me show. I'm gonna turn the camera around and let you guys see some more paintings. There's a painting right there I did. Right up there with the waterfall. Y'all see it? Painting right there? You always saw that one. And then there's a painting right there I did. And then red hat biscuits. There's one right there I'm trying to work on. But y'all can see it, you know. I have fun. I have fun doing paintings. Okay, there we go. Yes. Okay, now I can see the chat myself too. Yeah. I'll always learn having fun, painting and all that. And, you know, um, even my mom had, I tried to teach my mom how to paint one day. And that was a lot of fun. Uh, my mom came home from the hospital. So I decided to show her how to paint. And so what I did was I had an easel set up, had probably about two easels set up and two canvases. And so then we started to paint. And I started to kind of teach her a little bit, show her how to do things. And then after that, then she was doing her mountains, and her sky looked real good. And then time has come to do the bushes and the trees, and she couldn't do it. And then my mom had told me, she said, "Well, I don't have the ability and the know-how like you have." And then she had told me, she said, "Hey," she said, "but I like to watch you paint." Well, when my mom told me she liked to watch me paint, that there had really, made me feel so good all that day, you know, because my mom liked to watch me paint. And it was, it just made me feel so good that day, you know. And time or two, I'll be painting, and I would show my mom a painting. She says, "Well," she said, "Well, don't get rid of that painting. I want that one." Uh, I think I told this story on one of my lives. I'll tell again. I had two dogs, and one was a beagle, and the other one was a Labrador. And I was painting one day, and I did not have any place to put my paint set. I had a pallet on the bed, and so the beagle had a short tail, very short tail, and the beagle, I think, is in, it got its tail in the paint, and it was, I don't remember what color paint. It probably was blue or something. But anyway, the beagle got its tail into the paint, and then the Labrador got its paw into the paint, and you know it's hard time. It was hard getting that paint out of that dog's tail because the dog didn't want to get a bath and anything. It was really a problem getting the paint out of the dog's tail. But anyway, it's quite different. And you know, I think I said also too. I was doing hmm, oh, I know. I think I said this on one of my lives, but I'll go ahead and say this now since I got some people in the building. Um, I had never painted in a park before, but I went to a water park years ago, and so they would have these fast, medium, and slow type slides. So I got on to I got on to the top of the slide and climbed way up there on the top of this water slide. And so I waited in line. Next thing I know, it was for my turn to go down the slide. So I had to pick, which one I wanted to go down. So I guess I picked slow instead of picking the one that went fast or medium. And so I got about halfway down the slide. Now I was with a friend of mine. I was about halfway down the slide and just stopped. It's like I got stuck on the slide itself. Just it just got stopped, and I couldn't figure out why I got stopped for. And my friend uh, feet was in my back trying to push me to make me go. I didn't want to stand up on this water slide because I didn't want to fall. And then and the time I reached to the pool, I felt a lot better. I didn't get back on that slide no more. No, 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 no. I don't want to get back on that water slide. Ugh. Yeah. And I had to get off the giggle talking about water. I just thought I might, brighten up my chat just a little bit. Okay, let me get back with the art stuff. Okay, so now crayons, and then you see this. Okay, so you see this pen right here. Oh, I got off camera. But this pen is like a pen, like a used for doing adult coloring, and so I also do adult coloring, and so I don't use any I don't use any crayons. I use mostly markers or use colored pencils. And so, so I use the colored pens or use the markers to to do adult coloring. And crayons crayons are okay to use. But crayons are made out of they made out they made out of wax, and I did not know this until years and years ago. I was on a vacation, and I was small at the time, and accidentally left the crayons in the car. And get back, and they had already melted. So you can imagine, leaving crayons in the heat, they're going to melt. And those crayons melted. Oh my goodness. And I think my dad about nearly had to fit too that day. So I never leave the crayons in the car. Wait, that's a mess. But yeah, I don't use crayons, when I'm doing that. Mostly I use color pens, color markers. But I do the adult coloring. That's what I do. No, now I teach adult coloring like I teach painting, and I like teaching, painting. I like teaching adult coloring because it's very relaxing. If you're doing painting or you're doing coloring, the adult coloring, it's very relaxing. But with painting, for me, for painting, I like to, uh, if I'm on camera, I have to speed things up. But if I'm off camera, usually time I'm taking my time with it. If you're going to do it, you want to make sure that you take your time. Don't rush through. Don't rush through a painting. Take your time with it. And then I try to look for seasons. What season? If you're doing say if you're doing springtime would be kind of like using like pink. If you're doing pink flowers, doing red flowers, or if you're doing summertime, you can use some greens, use some yellows. But if you're doing autumn, autumn is a pretty time of year, a bit pretty time to do one, because autumn you have all these beautiful colors, like you have gold, and you have orange, and you have yellows, and all of those are real beautiful colors to use, and you also have points. If you do a wintertime one, then you can you can paint. If you do winter, then you can do all white, with some greens, with some yellows, and you can do it that way. I hope this is helpful to some of you guys. So you guys can get started in painting or whatever. Y'all have any questions? Let's put them in the chat. If you have any questions about the art stuff, let's put it in the chat for me. Okay. If not, then I might can go ahead and end this stream. I might come back and do another live tonight. I don't know exactly when though. I don't know exactly when I could do another live tonight. Hopefully I can do another one and go live again. Hey, thank y'all for coming in, and get to my mods, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream, and then thanks for y'all for coming in.